Coach, interesting team that you've selected, making just 5 changes from the game, the squad that you had for the Morocco game. Can we really say now, Coach Hugo has got more than 90% of his squad for the AFCON?
Yes, I think you can say that. We worked on it in the last 7, 8 months to have that squad, to have that selection of 23, 25, 28 players. So we have it now. And for the rest, yes, like for these 2 games, friendly games, we have a few injuries. So we can give the opportunity to other players also to prove themselves and to try to to have a place in that squad. So I think it's a very good situation. But yeah, let's say for 75%, I have my squad for AFCON.
Coach, during your tenure, a couple of players have now gotten bigger moves. Luke got an opportunity. Bafana goes to the Eredivisie. Lal goes to the Premier League. Are you excited about seeing progression of players at club level?
Yes, for sure. I'm very happy with that because I said always in the past that the level has to increase. So we have now players who are playing in their team. You have Mothiba, first division in France. You have Lyle, first division in the Premiership. Yeah, okay, Percy Tau, everybody knows. Luc Leroux is now going to Holland. I think it's a very good thing for him also. So, okay, more and more players become standard players in their clubs, also abroad. And this is very important because automatically your level will increase. And that is important for Bafana Bafana because 2 years ago, yeah, the level was not so high at that moment.
Coach, just as a follow-up, what have you made of Keisha's move to the US?
Of what?
What have you made of Keisha's Malula's move to the US?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought that I said that already last year that it should be good for Mailula to stay with Sundowns because Sundowns, okay, they play every year. They play Champions League, so it should be good for the evaluation evolution. Sorry, of Mailula. At the other side, the American competition is not such a bad competition, and if he can become a standard player, I think it will be good for him, and was a little bit my fear that he shouldn't be standard player. So let's hope he played yesterday with Toronto. Let's hope that he can achieve that standard position in the team, and then he will become better. That's for sure.
Coach, you've been able to attend a lot of local matches. You've been present, you've been seeing in matches. Have you had the opportunity to attend the ones that are abroad and see players on the physical faces?
It's I can go and see the matches abroad, but at the other side, if you can see it on television, why should you do the travel? When you are here and you have to travel, it's not easy. It's already 11 hours till you are in Europe, and then you have to see where you have to go to see the game. So it's more easier to see the games on television. We have that app. We can see every game we want. So why should we do the travel? You are 3-4 days gone to see one game. So if you have the opportunity, what we have, why should we do the travel?
Coach Mandla Dladla Media. Coach, I just want to know, you're speaking of Lebu, and some of the guys playing in the first division overseas. What about our first division here in South Africa? Are you looking at any players for the future, maybe from that league?
Yes, there are some players, for sure. And one of them is already with us. Magroman is already there. But there are some other players also we watch. For example, Ocon of Supersport. I think can be an interesting player. So I don't think we are going to the games here only to see the players who are playing in Bafana Bafana. We are only trying to find good young players because this is important that we have good young players because when you see the squad for this moment and think about 26, they will be 3 years older. There will be some players who will be 34, 35. So we still now, we have to try to look if there's an alternative for the future. And this is something we are doing now for the moment.
When you talk about Ocon, coach, because when you selected him, he had played, I think, just 3 matches
Yeah.
at senior level. What impressed you about him?
Yeah, it's a good defender. Yeah. For me, when you look at a defender, the first thing for me, what's important is he a defender? Because now in modern football, also for defenders, they're speaking about building up. Yeah, okay, if you have that, that is better. But first of all is defending. And it's a good defender for a young player like him, not experienced, throwing in the team this season. Yeah, he's playing good games and is also good in the building up. He's young. He have to improve. This is for certain. But yeah, it's an interesting player that we will follow in the next weeks and months.
Coach, you don't have a single Chiefs player in this squad. And I know we've asked you this question before, but I mean, it's a recurring thing. In the bigger scheme of things, what do you make of Kaizer Chiefs when you watch them play?
Who?
Kaizer Chiefs. Because you don't have a single player from the team now. What do you make of this team when you watch them play?
For the moment, Kaizer Steve is still Kaizer Steve as last year. They have a lot of new players. And maybe that's the reason why they don't achieve the level they need to achieve. They are still many points behind Sundowns. And I said it already last year. For a competition, for any competition, it's important that the top teams are in the top of the ranking. Okay, Pirates won yesterday, so there is only, 5 points difference, I think, between Sundowns. With Kaizer Chiefs, it's 8 points, I think. This is too much, huh? Only 5 games and you're already 8 points behind who is first. And it's not a little team who is first, huh? So, yes, Chiefs has to improve. And when I see the games, I was was Sunday or Saturday, I was on the game of Chiefs. Yeah, I'm very sorry, but now for the moment there is no player who deserves to be a Bafana Bafana player.
So this affects the players, because some of the players are new at Chiefs and had been in your team previously, but what you're saying is that the performance of Chiefs is affecting even some of the players you were selecting previously.
Oh, what do you mean with affecting?
Like Mott and Modi, they were regulars
Yes.
and they're still regulars.
So when you make your final decision, you also have to look at...
You know, when you make a decision, you try to have the best team, and that's what I do.
Okay. Talk about the best team, coach. I was saying, looking at this team in terms of the attack, I think it's arguably the best attack you've had since you came here. Let's zoom in on the 2 players who have not been part of your team previously. Mothiba, with AFCON experience, was there in 2019 when Bafana knocked out Egypt in the squad. Kodisang, yes, maybe not with Bafana, but Olympic experience. What do they bring in your team?
Yeah, first of all, I think Mothiba is not the type of striker we have for the moment. So the opportunity is there. Again, we had some injuries, we have some players who are not there. Yeah, then is the right moment to give such a player the opportunity to prove himself. He plays now in Strasbourg. He played 1 game, he scored. So, yeah, we will see. We will see in the next days and weeks how, if he is good enough to stay with us. And Kodisang is the same story. I saw Kodisang for the first time 2 years ago in Kosovo. And we said, oh, wow, we're a very interesting player. But then it went down. He didn't play in his team and so on. Last year, he was one of the best players of his team. Except I had my doubts about the level of the competition there. But again, now we have the opportunity to take him and to give him the chance to prove him. So why shouldn't we do it? So it's up to them. It's up to them if they confirm the good shape and if they have the qualities and if they are better than those who are there, then okay, then we will make the choice. No problem.
There was a player in your first few squads of Bafana, Gift Links. He was a winger. I remember the game against Zimbabwe. You took him off, and he's never been back in the squad
Gift.
again. Gift, yes.
Yeah,
But he
plays
plays
in
left wing back. He plays
Yeah.
left back now. He's got a lot of versatility. Playing at a decent level. Is he totally not your type of player, or is it just?
It's choice, huh? So when you choose someone, he has to be better than the one who is there. And for the moment, I can't say that Gift is better than Longwane, is better than Saleng, is better than Mayambela. I don't think so.
And Fakhri?
What?
Fakhri, Lakai.
Fagri, it's the fifth central striker. Yeah. Choices. You have to make choices. And I have to be honest, the games Fagri played were not convincing. But okay, he's still there, and we follow him. Don't think that Fagri is out of sight. Not at all. But again, we have to be severe in our choices because we play games on high level. And I agree with what the coach of Pirates said a few days ago. I'm not here to please players. And he's right. He's right. And sometimes choices are very difficult also for us. But you have to make them. And you have to see that you have your best team.
Yeah. Coach, just last little aside, in terms of your selection, in terms of your choice of international friendlies that you've gone for now, when you look at Namibia, I said Namibia, how they've even made things difficult for Cameroon. That Cameroon need a result at home against Burundi to qualify.
Yeah.
You look at also DRC, a strong team, good players all over, but also they need at least a point, I think, against Sudan. What informed your choice to go for these two teams, and were there other teams that you were really considering for this period?
First of all, the availability. There are still qualifiers for AFCON. So it was not so easy to find a team for the first game. So like with Namibia. So there were not so many teams who were free then to play. So that first of all. And secondly, okay, then the teams who were ready or could play the game, did they want to come to South Africa or did they want to play against us? So those are the reasons why suddenly Namibia said, okay, we want to come to South Africa. It's not so far away. Okay, boom, they are here. And DR Congo was the same. So they play, I think, a game on Friday.
Yeah.
And then, they needed another game. So they were ready to come to South Africa. So, okay, I was happy with it.
Which other teams did you consider?
Oh, I said always we tried to have teams of the West Coast, but or they didn't want, or they had to play themselves the games, qualifiers. So it was not possible.
Coach, lastly from me, the issue of Hellman has been a serious talking point in the country in terms of his badges, qualifications.
Yeah.
What's the situation there with this guy?
There is no problem. In fact, there is a little problem. And that's it can't be for Kosafa. He didn't have the right papers to be on the bench, and I'm very happy that CAF make the rules, or Kosafa make the rules like that, because you can be coach of the national team. Yeah, and this is not normal. This is not normal. It's the same like I can tell you that you're sick. Am I a doctor? No. And it's the same with coaches. But you have to give the possibility that those coaches can follow the courses they need to have the right papers. And this is not possible here in this country. And I think in much countries in Africa. So this is something to work on. That the coaches have the opportunity. There is no coach in first division here, except maybe some foreigners, who have a pro license. The FA, I think, is the highest level they have.
Because CAF has not been offering pro.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It's not I don't blame the coaches, because I think if tomorrow there will be a course from CAF for a pro license, all coaches will be there. I'm sure of it. But if you don't give the possibility to follow it, yeah, what do you have to do then? And this is the case with Elman. Elman is following now online courses in the Scottish Federation. So we will have, I think, at the end of the month, we'll have already something higher than he has now. So he's working on it. But yeah, you need the opportunity to do it. And in my country, in all European countries, there are courses for pro license. Yeah, we don't have it here.
But yeah, on this point, Coach, are you concerned, or do you have a plan B in case, because I've heard that CAF could introduce coaching standards also for the AFCON, like they're doing even with the African Champions League and CAF Confed. So between now and the tournament, do you have a plan B in case he's not qualified to sit on the bench at the AFCON?
For the moment, there is no problem. So we can do it. And if the problem is there, we will see what we will do. But we need to know really what can and what cannot. If it's only the fact that Elman cannot be on the bench, I don't think I will take another assistant. I don't think so. Because much of the work is done before the game and after the game. But if CAF say tomorrow, yes, but if you are an assistant of a national team, you need that. That means that he can't even be with us at that moment. Okay, then we will have to look for a solution. And maybe, I said no, maybe, because now we are talking about something that is not there. But I have to find an African. I don't know which African has a pro license. I don't know. I don't think if I ask Pitsu to be my assistant that they will agree. And it's normal. It's normal.
Yeah. No,
So
I think it's A license. Just the A license they're talking about.
CAF.
Okay.
Yeah. CAF A.
Okay. They will see. We will see. I don't gonna give comment on that. This is not a problem now. And again, it should be not honest. 3 months before AFCON to say me, oh, no, you need an A. This is not honest. They can tell, or they can say, okay, look, next AFCON, those are the rules. Give the opportunity to the coaches to do what they have to do. But saying you need that, but there are no courses, and 2 months or 3 months before a big tournament, it should be not honest. And I think there will be many African teams who will be in problems with that.
Right, please.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.